Oh, Pearson gets into the 95 of Foltz. Here comes the caution.
Flag is dropped here at Daytona, and away we go for the first time. Nicholas Morcel, Sean.
Looks like most get through unscathed. Look at that, there's Reed Gibson. A big move at the inside line of Dom's, possibly a little bit of contact.
Now, as we've got 3 wide action going through turns 1 and 2.
And they're underway. Eric Hahn takes a nice jump. Wilson hasn't let him go very far.
Go out here for Circuit Spa Francorchamps. Alex Johnson's off to a brilliant start there.
See just how oddly shaped this one is. We saw in the background Eric Hahn go for a bit of a swing, and he's gone and he's over.
Smooth stuff. Cody Graham's the one-on-one up into second place. Alex Johnson 6/10 lead at the moment.
They're dicey up front. There's Andrew Kessel, Justin Sang.
They are ready to go. The lights are out, and away we go for the very first time here at Okayama International Circuit. Finley Fitzsimmons.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome back to the YesterYear Racing Cup Series here at the Old Bastards Racing League. It is time for the season finale at Phoenix Raceway, where we've got 8 drivers that are still in the chase playoffs and have a chance of taking home the prestigious title. As always, I'm your host, James Eastwood, Team Goon Squad Broadcasting, bringing the action 1080p here on the YouTube side of the world. Hope everybody is doing well and living life to their best, as right now single car qualifying. We've got about 50 seconds left in qualifying. It is Clay Walker, the number 2, sitting on pole with a 28.32. But you've got Josh Robinson, Tom Ogle out on track, 2 very fast drivers. But are they going to have enough time to make it to the end here? Robinson propels himself to pole position, a 28.24 after his first time lap. Ogle, who's on camera, jumps up to 15th, and that number 11 White Claw backed Ford Mustang. Can he make it happen? I hear the tires screaming in protest as he drifts up way against the wall. Might not have been the fastest way around. And it's going to be close. A 8.9 for Ogle. 0.05 of a second off the teammate of Josh Robinson's qualifying time. As always, let us know where you're from, who you're cheering on. Drivers will frequently have the broadcast pulled up on a separate monitor or device, and if they don't, they just about always go back and watch this over again. And it would be in the season finale. I'm expecting some fireworks out here today under the sun. Let's run through your starting order for the day. On pole, the current points leader, Josh Robinson, number 23. Tom Ogle starting 2nd. Clay Walker starting 3rd. Jack Yeagerman starting 4th. Greg McDaniel starts 5th. John Foltz starting 6th. Brian Lynch starts 7th. Lloyd Moore starting 8th. Jerry Isaac starting 9th. Wayne Hufford starting 10th. We've got Shane Wisman. Sorry about that, Shane. Starting 11th. Victor Lane starting 12th. Cycled on back. We've got Mark Fish starting 13th. Dakota Pish starting 14th. Dustin Martinson starting 15th. Kevin Strandberg starting 16th. Tom Massey starting 17th. Chris Walsh starting 18th. Andy Thomas starting 19th. Michael Dow starting 20th. Ben Shepard starting 21st. Lee Warsdale starting 22nd. And Daryl Leninger will start 23rd to round out the field here today. We've got 130 laps on the board for these competitors. That should put the total race time right at an hour, barring any cautions, fortune. Getting a little bit of stutter there, but it looks like we're good to go. Relatively good to go. As the sim works to catch up there. There we go. Side by side, about 10 rows deep. Now it looks like Daryl Winninger, the number 15, did not make it out onto the grid, so he might be a late entry here. But the safety car is down pit road. The final start of the season. There's Robinson, Ogle on the front row. Cars coming out on track. Cold tires, opening laps. Heart rates are high. And for the final time of the season, the green flag is out here at Phoenix, the YesterYear Racing Cup Series at the Old Bastards Racing League. Already we're starting to see a little bit of action. Tom Ogle gets tagged from behind. Around goes Ogle, the number 11. He's into the wall. Looked like that might have been Clay Walker involved in the initial tango there. I think it was Walker, so yes, a little bit of contact there. The number 2 and the number 11. Also looks like the 27 of Jack Yeagerman got a little bit of a peek Walker there. And that is going to be the first caution of the night. Not even a lap in as Ogle goes for a wild ride. Thankfully, it looked like not too much damage there. The number 11 machine might have bumped the back right corner panel. Let's get one more look at it here. There's the tag in the back left corner panel. Walker has the same. Oh, it's actually the front left of Ogle's number 11. Doesn't look like a hard hit. Might have gotten tagged another little bit of a, hey, how you're doing there. But already the caution is out. They're sitting here in eye-pacing conditions. Robinson still up front. Greg McDaniel showing in second. Gonna get him graded back up, double file here. And here we go, back green flag racing here at Phoenix. McDaniel has a good start up on the high side, but Robinson covering the inside line, the number 23 machine. Already I'm starting to see some shuffling going on about the mid-pack. Clay Walker still running strong there in third. A few drivers having good runs so far. McDaniel briefly showing ahead at the line. Ogle back in 18th, qualified well, just put down the fastest lap of the race, so let's get that in. Continues to climb as McDaniel pushes way too wide there through the final corner, giving Robinson back the race lead. Getting a little bit of a blink there. I can't tell if that was from Moore. I think it was the number 26. No, it was the 27 of Yeagerman. A little bit of a blink there with the connection, so hopefully he gets that figured out and can keep the forward momentum. We got Pac-Man C join us in the spectator area. Always great seeing them joining this show. Cheering on the hooligans at the OBRL. Handing back to Tom Ogles, number 11. Who's running strong in second, involved in that opening lap caution. Keep an eye out as he's going to be hungry to get back in the mix and try and get up towards the front. Got a good battle going on between Brian Lynch, Jerry Isaacs, the battle for 8th. Isaacs working the inside line, the number 51 up alongside Lynch, the Hooters back, number 9. Phoenix really lends itself to some good racing, and the OBRL YesterYear Racing Cup drivers surely know how to put on a show. Speaking of shows, there's Michael Dow, Chris Walsh battling for 16th side by side, as Ben Shepard, the number 269, sits behind trying to find an opening through the madness. But it looks like all the action's from about 12th place back. Everybody else, especially the top 10, running single file here. Gonna try and get through a fuel run, perhaps, if we can get that yellow flag furled and tucked in at the flag stand. Ogle now making a move off Pischke on the inside. Pischke still having a good run. He's up one spot from where he qualified. Looks like Hard Charger out on track. There's going to be Ben Shepard at 269. He is up 5 positions already, getting in the 16th place spot. There's Dustin Martinson, Chris Walsh. Walsh now working inside in the number 63. 2 Canadians going side by side out on track here. And it looks like Ben Shepard's going to get a piece of it if things stay the same. Shepard, the McDonald's back forward. A lot of Ford Mustangs out here tonight at Phoenix. Ogle continuing the charge, that redemption arc as he fights back to 11th, now only down 9 positions from where he originally started from. Now, I want to pan back up front here, see if we can get a shot of Robinson, your race leader. Look at the gap that Robinson has already built up. 1.3 seconds up over Greg McDaniel. And there's some battling going on there. Sean Foltz running the TS back, the team squad back, number 59 Chevrolet. He's up 3 spots. He just got around Clay Walker as well as Jack Yeagerman. But while everybody's battling second place and back, that is allowing Robinson to extend that gap, now 1.8 seconds up over the rest of the field. Now, is anybody else going to try and make something happen here, or are they going to fall single line? A little bit further back there, Shepard versus Pischke. Pischke a little bit offline there, trying to give a little bit more room to the 6'9" of Shepard. And you can see Dustin Martinson, Horsdale starting to close up behind as well. Back up towards the front. Focusing on Foltz, tucked in behind McDaniel. Robinson has extended that gap to 2.2 seconds, almost a full straight up from the rest of the field here. And already I'm wondering, it looks like about 29-second lap times on average, high 28s, low 29s across the field. So I would imagine Robinson will probably start running into lap traffic around the lap 40 mark if we stay green, which at Phoenix in a championship round, always a big if. The cars can definitely get a little bit more lively as the tires start to fall off. Race control letting us know before tonight's event, the tire wear very aggressive here. So once we start to see drivers on altering pit strategies, it can be a little bit of a recipe for danger situation as you get drivers on mixed tires, mixed sets. Looks like Foltz getting hungry, trying the outside line against McDaniel. Foltz takes over the second place spot. Can he make it stick though as he's way up against the wall? Looks like he will. So that will be the 4th spot gain for Foltz. McDaniel, I wonder, facing tire wear as now he's got Walker, Jaegerman, Moore, Hufford, Isaacs all tucked in behind here. Looks like Foltz having a little bit of a breakaway here for McDaniel. Has already gained about a half second up over that number 1 Carson Network back Chevy. And Clay Walker staying right there in tow in the number 2. Moore a little bit offline there, going up way against the wall, the number 26. Not sure if he's trying to maybe build up some speed or might have missed the mark slightly, but he's got Hufford looking at the inside line. Looks like Isaac's doing the same. Everybody playing a little bit of cat and mouse, but who is that looming right behind these guys? It's none other than Tom Ogle, still fighting tooth and nail to get back up towards the front. On board with Ogle, the number 11 machine. That is Jerry Isaacs just ahead, the number 51. Now is Ogle going to make a lunge of it here? Or is he going to hang out for a little bit and see what develops right ahead? Because it looked like Isaacs was trying to get a wheel in against Hufford, but they separated just ever so slightly. And I can't help but wonder, is this one of those situations where it's just seeing who can manage the tire wear the best? I thought I just saw a little bit of a tail slap from either Moore or Hufford there, trying to put the power down. The back end wants to step out, and it's bunching up a little bit ahead of these guys too. Oh, an error for Sean Foltz as he loses about 4 positions. He falls from 2nd to 6th place just like that. That's going to put McDaniel and Walker back into podium contention. Your race leader Robinson in a different zip code at this point. He's 6 seconds up over the rest of the field and no sign of slowing down here. Isaac still holding on to 9th. It looks like Ogle's made his way up into the 8th position. But now we're getting into the tire wear zone. Drivers are already at least 2nd off their fastest lap of the race. Starting to really fight against cars. Hufford making his move up the inside line. Foltz couldn't quite make it happen there. Hufford's up 3 spots from where he qualified. And again, let's pan up to Greg McDaniel. There we go. As a reminder, this is not the battle for the lead. This is a very heated battle for second. Try and back the camera angle out a little bit. Let's see if we can get a hint of where Josh Robinson. No, we can't even get him in frame with that number 23. Oh, Walker way up against the wall. Missed the braking zone. And that's going to put Walker back down into the 4th place position. Jaegerman moves up to 3rd. And Walker's still stuck up on the high line. That's not where he wants to be, up in the marbles. Quickly pan over to Josh Robinson, your race leader. He has got some failing all the way around him here, as he is over 6 seconds up over the rest of the field. Greg McDaniel in second has been able to get a little bit of a breakaway. He's about 8/10 up over this very heated battle for 3rd. It's Jaegerman, Walker, Moore in the top 5. Holtz, Ogle, Hubbard, Isaacs, Lynch all here in the mix as well. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have any of the inside scoop today. Racers letting us know just how long the fuel runs could be here in Phoenix. Hufford and Isaacs having a battle under braking there for the 8th place positions. Isaacs down low, Hufford up high, the black and white number 75. Brian Lynch looking on from behind, wondering how this was going to shape up, as it looks like they're leaning on each other. They're on board Brian Lynch. He's got probably the best seat in the house here, as Isaacs and Hufford really swapping a little bit of paint there, having to be very mindful. Oh, and they're not going to do it. They lean too hard. That was a moment waiting to happen there. Tempers are flaring underneath the Phoenix sun. Isaacs came out a little bit better, but not by much. Hufford falling back to the 13th place position. But there's going to be no caution on that. Both drivers kept it pointed relatively the right direction. But we're going to quickly find out if Isaacs or Hufford sustained any suspension damage with that one. There's Lane and Wisman having a battle for 11th. Wisman looking to the inside line. We'll wait and see what Hufford's lap times are going to look like. He might be driving a little bit of red mist and might be putting some heat on it as he nearly avoids coming in deep against Lane. So let's pan back up to 3rd. Jack Jaegerman still about 6/10 off the back of McDaniel. Jaegerman still has Walker, Moore, and look at that. Ogle has worked his way up into 6th, trying to make it 5th as he's charging up the inside line of Moore. I think Ogle's put himself in a relatively good spot here if he still has tires underneath him. But if anybody wants a chance, just a minor shot of dethroning Robinson here in this round, you're going to need a caution to restack the field, I would think. We got really close to it with Isaacs and Hufford starting to tango a little bit. But again, there was no caution on that. We keep things rolling forward. A little bit further back in the field, Lee Warsdale, Ben Shepherd having a battle of their own. I just saw something on the leaderboard. Oddly, I think it was Bolts dropping off the pace there. And now he's in the sights of Walsh. Walsh working the inside line. Very quickly getting around Bolts. So Bolts must have had some sort of bobble there. Missed the brakes or came in just a little bit too hot. You also have a 4-car battle shaping up here for 11th. Lane, Hufford, Listman, and Pischke all here. Oh, Wisman, right as we pan the camera angle over. Wisman and Pischke must have had something going on. Wisman's going into pit lane, and he's going to do so with style points. No caution. Oh, he's not going into pit road. That's a brave move, Cotton. Probably would have committed to the pit lane entrance if I was in that hot seat. But it looks like Pischke has really backed off the pace here, so I wonder what the incident was between the number 4 of Pischke and Shane Wisman, the number 34. Pischke comes down pit road. Not sure if there is damage there or if he is serving a self-police penalty. There's a rule here, the YesterYear Racing OBRL Cup Series. If you're involved in an incident, you must yield the position or serve your own penalty. That might be the case of what we're seeing from the number 4 of Pischke if he feels he was at fault for whatever may have happened out on track. Pischke is down into his pit stall. And Lane and Hufford having a great battle here for 10. I thought Hufford was going to try and break away from the number 10 of Lane, but Lane fires it right back up the inside of the 75. Gary Isaacs, number 51, he's coming down pit road for a green flag stop. So 44 laps in, and we have got a pit cycle started. Robinson up front, just shy of 7 seconds up over the rest of the field, and there's surely going to be a caution. As who was that I just saw crash? And that was Shane Wisman. Oh man, right as Jaegerman and Isaacs came down pit road. I wonder if Wisman had some sort of suspension damage. That car was quite a handful for him. A great drift, just didn't quite see it out to the end, and it snapped around on him. But that's going to put us under our second caution of the night. And I'm curious, are we going to see everybody coming down pit road here? Looks like everybody's down pit road. And it looks like everybody's going to take 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. Now Isaacs, I think he had the lucky dog, so he'll be coming back around. Yep, and going down pit road, but we're going to restack the field here. And look who is up in second place. Now that Isaacs is on pit road, you got to wait for lifetime to update. But it's going to be once again Robinson and Ogle on the front row here at Phoenix. what a redemption for Ogle after that lap 1 caution. Get him back on the lead lap here. As that was Pischke getting the wave around in the number 4. So I believe that's going to have 21 of our 23 entries out on track. Now, we did get a report Daryl Winninger had some sort of hardware malfunction, so he opted to get out the season finale here. Hey, we got Victory Lane Sports texting while driving, but letting us know it's about a 90-lap window on fuel. And as we talked about earlier on the show, it's definitely going to be more about tire management, I would think, than fuel. So, on paper, everybody at this point can go to the end on fuel after that caution, except Greg McDaniel does not show as actually coming down pit road in the number 1 machine. Not sure that's an error on the broadcast reporting window or a brave move by McDaniel, but the pace car is in. And we are green flag racing after our 2nd caution of this season finale, the YesterYear Racing Cup Series at the Old Bastards Racing League. Ogle, hungry for redemption, trying to take the top spot away from Robinson. Now, we always say cautions breed caution, so once you stack the field back up and everybody has fresh tires underneath them, sometimes it can lead for quite the excitement. Ogle trying to clear himself against number 23, but I think it's safe to call that, yes, he has taken up the race lead. What a comeback after that opening lap incident. And now he's got fresh tires underneath him where he can help set the stage. Robinson in 2nd has McDaniel breathing down his neck. Moore and Lynch round out the current top 5. Ogle sets the fastest lap of the race. A 28.35. He is screaming in that number 11. And a very busy field behind him. I mean, you've got 2nd through about 17th place all in one shot. And again, Ogle sets the fastest lap of the race. This time a 28.3, running just about a full 10th faster than anybody else out on track. I mean, we saw his charge from pretty much last back up to 2nd. So it should come as no surprise the number 11 White Claw back out front and running very, very well here. Our Charger, if I'm looking at this right, it's going to be Lee Warsdale's number 99. Even with 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel, he is now up 14 spots after the last caution. There's definitely clusters of drivers out on track that are trying to very carefully navigate the field, trying to get some positions forward while also trying to avoid burning up those tires underneath them. We heard from some of the drivers, they're good to go on fuel till the end of this season finale, but it's going to be all about tire management in case there is a slight miracle and we do go green all the way till the end. We've had 2 cautions so far here tonight. And you're watching Lynch and Moore doing battle for that 4th place position. or the black and red 26 machine. Lynch, the Hooters back number 9. Lynch still working on more here. If we go a little bit further back, you've got Kevin Strandberg. He's got Jack Yeagerman looking up to the inside line, number 27. Yeagerman had a little bit of connection issues early on. It looks like he gets another blink there, but all is well. I'm going to try and grab a wide angle shot here of how busy things are inside the top 10. Ogle still hold on to about a half-second advantage up over Robinson. Robinson, as a reminder, those opening 50 laps had almost a 7-second advantage over the rest of the field. And look who we have together once again, Isaacs and Hufford. There's a little bit of contact earlier on in the race. We didn't have a caution from it. But is there going to be bad blood? And Clay Walker is again going to have the perfect view of whatever is about to unfold. Watch it with bated breath. This got very heated between the two earlier on. Walker, I believe Walker was the one who saw the initial incident from his cockpit as well earlier on. It looks like things have sorted themselves out. I was holding my breath there a little bit. And now Kevin Strandberg sees both Isaacs and Hufford right behind him. And who did I just see parked? That Lane? I didn't see an incident on live timing. But the number 10 was just parked there. Normally we have an incident we can quickly pull up replays. But nothing there for Lane. Just a cloud of smoke remaining as Ogle and Robinson have built up a 1-second advantage as they head down the backstretch. Lane did not go down pit road, so he must not have any damage there. And I believe what we're about to see is a Team Yada clinic as these guys start to hammer down with Ogle and Robinson. Isaacs having a side-by-side battle with Kevin Strandberg. It seems like Walker's just kind of enjoying the show here It's been non-stop battle right ahead of that number 2 machine for the last 20 some odd laps, I would say, and each is content watching drivers lean on each other and damaging their race cars. Strandberg down against the apron. Isaacs works the high line, the number 12. Isaacs moves up in 12th. Now let's see, does Hufford follow suit there in the 75? And let's pan a little bit further up to the battle for that final. No, it's going to be the battle for 4th. It's Moore, Lynch, and Walsh going at it. Kevin Strandberg coming down pit road, the number 68 machine. But it's Moore and Lynch doing battle for 4th. The top 3 are about a 1.2 seconds up over 4th place back, as it shows. Been about 25 laps since the last pit cycle that we had under that second caution of the evening. We're starting to see the lap times come down a little bit. Where the tire wear is going to be tougher for some of these drivers. So up front, it's still Ogle and Robinson separated by about 4/10. They are about 2.3 seconds up over the rest of the field. Still have, looks to, Kevin Strandberg unfortunately had to retire the number 68 for some reason. He's not showing out on track. We are down to 21 drivers still running here at Phoenix. And further back, still a good battle going on. Michael Dow, Wayne Hufford, Clay Walker. That's going to be 12th, 13th, and 14th. Now way up high there, a little bit offline. That's going to allow Hufford and maybe Walker to make their way through. Looks like they're able to get through nice and clean here. And Walker making a move there against Hufford, putting that number 2 machine back up in 12th place spot. Ogle and Robinson still in sync, a quarter of a second up, running together. How long before lap traffic starts to pop up? As it looks like Ogle went a little bit high there. Is he trying to make room for Robinson? Or is he running an alternative line? Also saw something happening there. Ben Shepherd losing a spot to Clay Walker, I believe. We're at the point of the run where we're starting to get a little bit of mistakes, a few little bobbles from some of the drivers. Tire wear starts a little bit tougher. The track, if you get offline and very quickly send that thing sliding around. Again, something's happened to Shepherd. At 269 falling down the standings, he's off on the apron. But was it another mistake out of the 269 that has him on the back foot? Thankfully, not seeing another caution being out, so there wasn't an incident. But it looks like that's Mark Fish right behind him there, the number 42 Toyota. Fish down, it looks to be 4 spots from where he originally qualified. And just trying to get some forward momentum going here tonight. We've got less than 50 laps left to go. And champions will be crowned here following Phoenix. I think if Ogle, your race leader, wants a chance of a championship, he needs some foul luck to fall Robinson's way. To get the points pulled up here, Robinson came into tonight quite the healthy. Don Foltz second in points. Ogle came into tonight third in points. This final round of the Chase playoffs. Speaking of Foltz, he's in a battle with Jaegerman, who's working that inside line. This is the battle for 6th on screen right now. Jaegerman versus Sean Foltz. And it looks like things are starting to heat up a little bit towards the front as well. I saw Robinson from a different camera angle starting to show a wheel to Ogle. But I think those are two that are going to be very, very careful not to bounce into each other. Last thing they want to do is throw away both of those team cars' nights. Then let's see, I see one other hot spot of action. 3-car battle going on. Andy Thomas, Michael Dow, Dustin Martinson, 13th, 14th, and 15th here at Phoenix. But we are about 45 laps into this run. The big questions are, will we see drivers opting to take tires? And will we go green until the end? Some big maybes here. Things are calming down there, but Michael Dow still has his hands full. There's Martinson, Shepard, not too far off. Yep, you can spot him. Mark Fish and Victor Lane also charging forward. Martinson working the inside line, taking over the 14th place spot against Dow. Here comes Shepard taking a run of it on the outside line there. The McDonald's back to 69. I also see Chris Walsh, Jerry Isaacs starting to heat up a little bit there, the battle for 9th. Hard Charger out on track though. Still Lee Warsdale, the 99, has fought 14 positions to his favor and has made his way all the way up to the 8th place spot. Isaacs just getting around Walsh. Walsh pushes a little bit high there. And here is Mark Fish, Ben Shepard having a battle for 16th. Lane checks up slightly to avoid tag in the back of Fish. Tom Massey has come down pit road for a green flag stop. Let's see if he gets back out on track and if new tires are worth the pit time. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there from Fish. He's up in the marbles. Avoids the wall, but there we go. Man, Ben Shepard comes cruising through. I think Lane lifted pretty heavily there. There's Dakota Pitchkey running a lap down for the rest of the field. And let's pan back up to Oval, your race leader. Still 17 drivers in the lead lap. Lee Warsdale, the 99, he's coming down pit road. And we are going to have a caution. It shows Greg McDaniel involved in something there in the number 1. Let's see if that was the cause. Oh, there's the back end. Is it going to snap around on him? Yes, it is. Up into the safety barrier. And he was parked in precarious positions. That will bring out the yellow for the 3rd time this evening. With a solo incident from McDaniel. Now this is interesting. Foltz staying out. That team squad back number 59 as the rest of the field comes down pit road for fuel and tires. And it's going to be a 30-lap shootout to the end here. Foltz is going to come down pit road after getting credit for the lap led there. As he get him formed back up, it's still going to be Ogle Robinson, your front row. Moore and Yeagerman, your second row. Isaacs and Walsh, the 3rd row. But we're getting them gridded back up double file. Phoenix, the season finale. 26 laps left to go. Ogle quickly fighting to hold on to the top spot. Robinson still pacing it there on the high side. Here comes Hard Chargers moving up through the field. There's Lloyd Moore up 5 spots into third. Chris Walsh sitting 6th. What happened to Lee Warsdale? He's showing back into 15th now. A longer pit stop for Warsdale in 99. Ogle holding on to the race lead, but just by a 10th. Robinson pressuring the inside line there. Ogle is in one of those must-win situations, and he really needs Robinson to have a stroke of bad luck if he wants a shot at the championship in this final round. Dakota Pischke, he's back down pit road, must have had some sort of issue or maybe a penalty to serve. Ogle gets clear of his teammate Robinson, capping back in the top spot. 25 laps left to go here at Phoenix. Robinson continues to pressure the inside line of Ogle for the race lead. They've already built up, even with this battling back and forth for the lead, a half-second advantage over Lloyd Moore sitting in third. Jaegerman and Isaacs rounding out the top 5. Ogle just clicks off the fastest lap of the race, a 28.13. Ripping in the number 11. They pan back to Jerry Isaacs battling the 5th place spot. He's trying to get around Jaegerman sitting 4th, but he also has Walker, Walsh, Foltz, Hufford right behind. And speaking of Hufford, he's side by side with Foltz there in the battle for 8th as they go back and forth. And a crash is reported. And it looks like it was Pischke able to grab a toe. But let's see if he just looped it coming out of pit road, I wonder. That is exactly what it is. That's rough. He's going to wish I did not have that pulled up on the replay. Ogle and Robinson back and forth for the race lead here. Ogle back up into the top spot, fending off Robinson for as long as he can. Looks like their action has calmed down slightly. Meanwhile, the rest of the field in the top 10, no plans of dialing back the pace here. I saw a little bit of tire smoke. Wasn't quite sure where that was from. There's a lot of good battles going on here just inside the top 10. Isaacs keeping the pressure up on Jaegerman. That's the battle for 4th. You've got Robinson second, still trying to bully his teammate Tom Ogle, who runs up front. And anybody, I would say, in the top 10 has a good chance of being involved in something exciting by the time it's all said and done. There's Walsh, the number 63 machine. Got Hufford behind, Walker ahead, 18 laps to go. Everybody trying to see where they can wiggle around here, but everybody's running very consistently, making it tough for anybody to make a move without risking their car and their fellow competitors. Always a lot of polite racing here at the OBRL. Getting back to 11th, there's another stack of drivers. Dustin Martinson sitting 11th at number 19. He's about 2 seconds off the top 10. And right behind him, that's Thomas, Dow, Fish, Borisdale, and at the freight train in there is Victor Lane. Oh, and the battle for the race lead continues. Robinson and Ogle side by side here. Two teammates and champion contenders. Dakota Pischke join us in the spectator area. Sorry, buddy, for the replay. We didn't know what it was going to be until the camera was queued up. But hey, we've all been there. So with Pischke's retirement, that's going to be 19 drivers still out on track. As we get ready to click it over, 13 laps left to go here, Phoenix. This finale, the YesterYear Racing Cup Series at the Old Bastards Racing League. And there's the battle for third as well. Jaegerman trying to hold on to the third place spot, but Lloyd Moore wants to get back up into it. Jaegerman just made that pass against Moore, and Moore is going to be hungry to get back up into a podium contention. Something's going on. There's carnage on the racetrack. Dustin Martinson up against the wall. That's going to bring out a late race caution with 12 laps left to go. Let's see what happened to Martinson. Oh, did he? I think he lost it on his own and then snapped up into the field. And then drivers try and take evasive maneuvers and just no luck to be had. Borisdale was forced into pit road on that one. And Ogle, a late race decision to come down pit road. Jaegerman stays out. Like Lloyd Moore does as well as Andy Thomas. I think Lane's going to stay out, so this is going to be very interesting. So Ogle and Robinson, for some of the odds-on favorites to win here tonight, are going to be at best starting from the 5th place position. Isaacs, I think he only took 2. He's going to come out ahead in that 5th place spot. So Ogle showing he's going to be starting 6th. Robinson starting 7th. Now, Moore and Lane are coming down pit road a little bit later. Drivers to keep an eye out on. We think Isaacs did a 2-tire stop. He's starting 3rd. Ogle and Robinson both on 4 tires. They're going to be starting 4th and 5th, I believe. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to have a knife fight in a phone booth. It's going to be less than 10 laps left to go on a restart for a season finale. You've got drivers with mixed tire strategies out and about. Jaegerman and Thomas on the front row. They're on 19-lap-old tires. Willing to gamble for the track position here. We've got him gridded up double file. Will we make it till the end without another caution, or are we going to have to use some of our green-white checker scenarios? All right, here we go. Green flag is out. We are underway. Let's see if Jaegerman and Thomas can hold on to the top spot. Isaac's trying to quickly make moves in the number 51 machine. Jaegerman still in the top spot, but here we go. We're 3 wide in Phoenix. Robinson on the inside. Ogle down low, and Andy Thomas was up against the wall. You don't see that very often. And 3 wide, it looks like, for second as well. Isaac's now squeezed in the middle between two drivers who split the number 51, who's on a 2-tire strategy. Jaegerman's going to hold on for as long as he can there with number 27, those slightly older tires, but I think he might be in trouble here. Ogle and Robinson are going to be very aggressive, making their way up towards the front, as that was Walker into the wall, tagging the safety barrier. And now Jaegerman's going to get split. No, Robinson goes back up high to tuck in behind Ogle. Oh, this is going to be good. Ogle not backing down here, trying to very quickly get up in front. He does just that. Jaegerman holds on to second. Robinson sitting in third. It's going to be second now for Robinson. No, it's back and forth. The Micro Center back 23. Jaegerman doing a great job holding on, but with those older tires, that's going to be a big ask. Clay Walker just set his fastest lap of the race from the 4th place spot in the number 2. Ogle and Robinson got a breakaway first and second. 5 laps left to go here at Phoenix. Jaegerman side by side with Walker. Isaac's looking for a way through in the 2-tire strategy. Wayne Hufford up in the mix. We saw some fireworks between Hufford and Isaacs early on in this season finale. Will we see more? And will that result in a green-white checker attempt here? As it stands, it's Ogle, Robinson, Walker, 1, 2, 3. Robinson, fastest lap of the race, the first driver to dip into the 27s with a 27.98. But everybody in the top 3 just set their fastest laps of the night. Chris Wall sitting 6th, also put down a personal best, and we've got a crash reported. Lloyd Moore finding an interesting place to park there, number 26. Is going to bring out the caution as we go 3 to go up front. Ogle, Robinson, Walker, 1, 2, 3. Moore's coming down pit road, but we will not see a caution from that incident. Will we make it to the end? Walker looking for a great finish here, the number 2. He's had a bit of a roller coaster overnight. Ogle, your race leader, also a roller coaster. Started off up front in 2nd place, went to the very back of the field with a lap 1 incident, and has been fighting here in the top spot here. Robinson's in a good spot. He knows to finish up front in the top 3, top 4, and he'll lock up a championship here in the 23. As we get ready to unfurl the white flag in about a half lap, Robinson and Ogle put on a show up front. Robinson looking for the inside line against Ogle, wasn't quite able to find it. I think Ogle's going to know that Robinson has to play it safe here. White flag is out for the final time of this season. Ogle, Robinson, Walker, 1, 2, 3, lead our field round and round here at Phoenix. A bit of a lockup, a bit of a slide there from Robinson, too hard on the binders. He is going to give up the chance of a win here. Ogle's going to have a clean breakaway. Put your hands together as Ogle makes his way around the final corner. He will pick up the final win of the season. Josh Robinson 2nd, And Jack Yeagerman will round out the top 3. And I believe that's going to put Robinson as your 2024 OBRL YesterYear Racing champion. I'm lined up for our podium photo there. And the auto drivers of Ogle and Robinson. Putting on a burnout, and Robinson's going to enjoy the moment here. Going to wait for our top 3 drivers to get up here to victory lane. Wait on our top 3 drivers to make their way up here to the booth. Robinson, the 2024 champ, is absolutely living. That's a tight spot for a burnout. But Robinson's like our own little honey badger here at the OBRL. He don't care. Waiting on everybody. We've got Ogle, who's made his way up into the... Waiting on Yeagerman and Robinson. And then we can get the podium shenanigans started here. So waiting on Yeagerman, waiting on Robinson. And then we can get things going. You know, if the channel wasn't in fear of getting copyright strike, we play the Jeopardy music. But there we go. We've got Jack Yeagerman join us, the number 27. Jack, a great run up there in third, and got to be a lot of pressure with those late race cautions throwing a wrench in everything for you guys.
Yeah, I didn't like to see that one come out late. I thought I had a pretty fast car tonight and was trying to get up there. So I would have rather have raced it out with no caution, but that's racing.
Now, Jack, that late in the race on Phoenix, how was the car handling with the tire wear? Was it a snap loose condition, or what were you guys feeling behind the wheel?
No, it's just right on the edge. So, I mean, it depends on what you're comfortable with. I like a loose car. So here at Phoenix, when you can really run on that right rear, it's a good feeling for the most part in this car to me.
Well, it seemed like a lot of fun, a great season all the way around. Are we going to have you back in 2025 piloting that number 27?
Absolutely. M&M car will be back.
Awesome, Jack. Well, super cool to have you up here on the podium, the final round of the season. Before I let you go, who do you want to give a shout out to that helps make it happen?
Hey, man, James, you guys have done a great job. Thanks for all that you've done. Obviously, Victor, Lane with the VLS running OBRL. Hey, we missed Dwayne, obviously, but all the guys here, it's a good time.
Well, Jack, couldn't do it without you guys. Congratulations on third and a great season, buddy, and we wish you tons of luck going forward.
Thanks, James.
Thank you, sir. That was Jack Yeagerman bringing it home, and the third place spot up next. The second place finisher, and I am fairly confident in the new season champ, Josh Robinson. Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, James, how are you?
Good, man. So I'm not good at math. Can you confirm you locked it up for this year?
I just uploaded them, and it looks to be the case.
Atta boy, Josh. So a second place behind your teammate Ogle, a top spot in the championship. Can you ask for a better way to cap off the season here at Phoenix?
I could have not let Ogle win. That was no, that was a lot of fun. We were you can't really get an angle to put a slide job on someone here. You can in turn one, but oof, that'd be rough. So Tom and I were running really, really hard. I don't know if you could tell at the end of the broadcast there, but last lap, turn one, holy crap, was my car done. I thought I was wrecking.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. It almost looked like the car kind of bound itself up under braking and then wanted to uncoil there. It looked like.
That yeah, the rear end actually, I felt it start to step out a little bit, and I just had to walk it up the track. And Tom's like, "Holy crap, you gained 3/10 on me," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to lose 3 seconds to you."
Well, man, it was a ton of fun to watch. I mean, I just looked at the stats as well. Out of 36 entries, you won exactly half of the races you entered this season. So, a hell of a season, a great run all the way around, and super cool to announce you as the 2024 champ of the YesterYear Racing Cup Series. And Josh, before I let you go on a line from both tonight and a hell of a season, who do you want to give a shout to that helps put that number 23 machine consistently up front all season long?
I've got a pretty big list, and I definitely want to make sure I thank all these people. And there's just an added bonus tonight that all the times I've had to wait for Ogle to finish his marathon of interviews, I'm gonna make him wait a little while longer
Oh,
tonight.
sweet karma.
So first and foremost, our league's drivers. You said it before we even went into the race, but this group is nothing short of just exceptionally clean. And with that mixed with speed and sportsmanship, we're second to none. John Hastings, our highlight reel maestro, there on YouTube. I want to thank him. Despite he has an uncanny knack for seemingly every wreck, he's always there to put out a top-notch highlight video. Sean Foltz, he is always keeping our social media buzzing with all the race announcements and race results. That's invaluable, especially in this day and age where social media is such an integral part of any league. Dan Hill, our stats guy, as a stats enthusiast myself, his detail breakdowns are just extremely good to look at. So thank you for providing all of that and feeding my need for continuous numbers. James, you and Gareth of Team's Goon Squad, it's bittersweet to see you guys go, but good things always have to come to an end. Your broadcasts have always been the heartbeat of the Cup Series for 3 years now, and then even though we have these marathon-like green flag runs, your commentary never wavered. Gareth commentary never wavered, and that's probably the hardest part of your guys' jobs is when you don't get much content to look at with any wrecks, you got to keep it entertaining. uh, Wayne Hufford, and then all of his viewers that would typically be on his Twitch streams. Those guys migrate over for the Sunday Night Cup Series. So thank you to all of them and supporting us during the race. And then to Victor and Dwayne, their leadership and their commitment to keep this league going over the last few years has really been the reason that we're all able to keep going here. YesterYear Racing for our season-long sponsorship, and then Alan Wanamaker over there has a lot of neat things going and a lot of neat things coming next year, so I'm looking forward to see what he brings to the table. All of our incredible league admins, Brian Lindsay, Crisco, Dan Hill, Dakota, Greg McDaniel, Clay Walker, thank you all for your countless hours spent on all these post-race reviews. That hard work, it kind of goes unnoticed sometimes, but I know everyone in the league at least it appreciates that it's happening. So thank you for keeping our league and maintaining our standard of excellence. And then last but not least, the guys over at Team Miata, Tom, Dan, and Brian, their willingness to always exchange all of our ideas, all of our strategies, both before the race, during the race, and then sometimes even after the race, we post-mortem and see what happened. That's a cornerstone of our success, and I say it often, but that input is invaluable. So that's it, James. My voice is done.
Oh, Josh, congratulations, man. A great season all the way around. The parchment paper is getting rolled back up after the thanks, but man, been super cool calling the action for you guys and definitely appreciate it from my end.
I appreciate it, James. Let's just let's sit here for another couple moments and let let Ogle just marinate in that green room
Yeah,
by
I mean,
himself.
he was actually the first one up into the green room as well here tonight too. So he's all gung ho, but I'm hourly, so I guess I need to get to it, my friend.
Have a good one, James.
See you,
Thank you for
Josh.
all the broadcast.
Thank you, buddy. That was Josh Robinson bringing it home in second, our newly crowned second place finisher. And after that brief 5-minute hiatus, just to make sure Ogle was warmed up, welcome to the top spot, Tom Ogle, the number 11, capping off the season strong.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad I got a win there to finish the year. I didn't have I had a really good year, but I made a ton of mistakes, like stupid mistakes that hurt me in the points. Wrecking, sliding through my pit, speeding in the pits, just a series of errors.
Well, I mean, tonight it seemed like it was going to be one of those nights as well where you got tagged on the opening lap, went all the way towards the back, and then a fierce battle up towards the front. Now, a caution put you at the back of the field, and unfortunately, the cautions kept you in the hot seat all night. So, what were you thinking when you saw those late race cautions going, oh no, this could happen again?
If we had lane choice in the league, I wouldn't have minded them that much. But being on the bottom is tough on the start. So I knew I had to get a start and get as close to that yellow line as I could to shorten the front stretch. And then I just would send it into one and try and get ahead of Josh. And then he's just relentless and smooth. And if you make a mistake, it's going to be over. He just doesn't make mistakes. So you have to run perfect. So I was just going to leave him the bottom. And if he could pass me on the bottom, so be it.
Now, you say he doesn't ever make mistakes. He almost cleaned out both the team cars there in the final laps. It looked like he was a little bit hot on the brakes, and the car tried to come around, and it got really exciting really quickly there.
So I try not to look in the mirror if he's back there because he's always back there. You know what I mean? So I drove in and then I heard him go woof. He was pretty animated on our chat that he goes, "Oh my gosh, I don't know how I didn't wreck." So I haven't seen how far in he drove, but he could drive into one so much further than me without sliding up. So he must have found the limit that last lap, I guess.
Well, it was definitely quite the exciting one, but Tom, you're finishing the season strong, a good win capping off this season. And for both tonight and the season, my friend, you've got the privilege, the pleasure, besides me, the final send-offs of the night. Who do you want to give a shout to that helped make it happen for you?
My teammates, Josh, Dan Hill, Mark Fish, um, uh, um, Brian Lynch, even Nate Lynch. My car was faster than Nate Lynch's high school 40 time tonight. And all the admins that spend their time on reviewing the race and scheduling them and keeping the league going. Victor, for all his time that he spends on keeping this thing going so we can have fun. And you for coming in and making the broadcast fun and being part of the gang. I'm going to really miss you when you're gone.
Well, I won't ever quit you, Tom, and we'll keep in touch, buddy, because it's been an absolute pleasure, man.
Don't hurt yourself on that death machine.
Oh, I absolutely will.
And hopefully, maybe we'll get Gareth back someday.
Maybe. I'd love to get somebody back.
Yeah. Have you talked to Gareth?
Yeah, I still talk to all the
Okay.
TGS guys. Yeah, so
All right, good.
everybody's still doing
All
good, living the dream, I'm told.
All right. Well, good. And hopefully you enjoy yourself. Enjoy your retirement.
I'm going to try, buddy. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the drivers kind of alluding to it. So to confirm, yes, tonight is my last broadcast. I am officially retiring the mic, retiring the headset, and TGS will no longer be covering a broadcast action as I will be focusing on my real life racing exploits and just trying to live a little bit more. It's been a great over 3 years of broadcasting. The OBRL is one of the first ever leagues that started booking us here at Team Goon Squad, and we've been a long-time partner ever since. The OBRL, we've covered hundreds of shows, thousands of hours. This is hands down the best oval racing group I've ever seen on the iRacing service. It has been an absolute pleasure to have both myself and my staff covering the action here for 3 years straight. I hope everybody keeps in touch. We'll be active on the Team Goon Squad Discord, and keep an eye out for a press release video here on the channel in a few days of what's to come. So just because we're not broadcasting more doesn't mean the online shenanigans will be stopping. Well, let's get the scoreboard pulled up here for the final time this season. In the top spot, it was Tom Ogle. Josh Robinson in second, capping off the championship, and Jack Yeagerman finishing third. For the final time, my name has been James East with Team Goon Squad Broadcasting. Thank you all so much for having me a part of your life, a part of your series, and just being able to call the action with such a great group of people. It's not goodbye, but it's see you later. Have a good night, everybody.